Right, welcome back guys. So as you can see, we have purchased the new alloy wheels for this car. So I've been keeping these a secret for a while now. These are the Work 3-piece alloy wheels and they are 19-inch. So it is a Japanese brand and I think the model is Work VS XX, something like that. So yeah, they're super nice wheels guys. They are obviously deep dish, and this particular alloy wheel is for the back of the car, so it's a lot wider compared to the front one. The tyres that we have on here right now, they are a little bit stretched, so I might just change these tyres for a wider one so it's a better fit, but for now these will do. So let me know what you guys think about the alloy wheels. I mean, we might change the colour of them. We might do like a matte black on the inside and then, you know, a gloss black along the outside. So yeah, we're not sure about that just yet, but yeah, comment your thoughts about the alloy wheels guys. Let me know if you like them or not. Yes, also one thing I realized is these alloy wheels are not wide enough to actually, you know, sit all the way to the end of the arch. So what we've done is we purchased some spacers. We've got 50mm spacers for the back and then we've got 40mm for the front. So what I've done is I've put a spirit level just along the arch just here guys, and I measured the gap between the alloy wheel and the spirit level, and that basically showed me how big the spacers need to be guys. So yeah, spacers are here. Alloy wheels obviously here as well. They've been here for a while now. The only thing we're missing is the coilovers, but the coilovers should be coming tomorrow from what I know, because I have tracked the package and it's telling me tomorrow, so hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. So today we can get the spacers fitted, we can get the alloy wheels on, and then hopefully tomorrow we can get the coilovers fitted and we can load the car. So you've got a bit of an issue right now. So I've tried to put the alloy wheel on and the tyre is rubbing against this part of the arch. So what I'm thinking is if I remove the wide arch first and then I put the tyre on and then afterwards put the wide arch back on, that might actually work. So I'll be doing that now. Just to show you guys what I've done with the spacer is all I've done is the hub, I've cleaned it up with a brake cleaner. I've used the wide brush as well to clean it up. And then on the face side, which basically connects onto the spacer, I've just lubed it up a bit so it doesn't corrode and stick together. Check it out guys, so I just got done fitting up the alloy wheels on the driver's side. So the fitment looks pretty decent to be honest. I mean obviously the ride height needs adjusting, but like I mentioned before, we don't have the coilovers so we can't really drop the height at the moment. So there's a lot of lowering that we need to do to actually get this arch to kind of look good. I mean right now there's a massive amount of space, you can literally get your whole hand inside there, that's how big it is. So it does need quite a bit of lowering to do on both the front and the back. If you look at the passenger side, there's still a good amount of work that he's doing. The driver's side has been secured in place with the hardware. The passenger side is obviously got the temporary Coilover clips. So what we're going to do is tomorrow I'll be taking these off, I'll be putting the hardware in, securing the front and back arches into place. Once we've done that, you know, we can just start taking these alloy wheels off, putting the spacers on, putting the new alloy wheels on, same as what we're doing on that side, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have the coilovers as well so we can, you know, lower the car as well, and then hopefully we can see just how good this car looks once it's all kind of lowered and all stands out. Yeah, so there's a good amount of work that needs done guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to call it a night now, and then tomorrow we're going to start a little early and bash out all the work. So I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow. So here's the next day, and as you can see we have received the BC Racing Coilover set, and yeah, these are the BR series, and with this BR series guys, it's got loads of adjustments. So you've got an adjustment just along here, along the top as well. You've got like 1, 2, 3 different points of adjustment just along there. The middle one is basically for the shock absorber, is to harden and soften the shock from there. You've got the rear spring just along here with an adjustment just there, and that's the shock for the rear as well. And obviously you can adjust the softness and hardness of the shock just along the top, and you can obviously adjust the height as well. and it does come with a full set of tools as well. So these two hook tools are used to actually adjust the shocks up and down. You got all sorts of bits and bobs that you need to actually assemble this kit. So what we need to do now is actually remove the the alloy wheels I've got in here right now. Once we've got the alloy wheels off, we remove the old shock absorbers. So the old spring is out as well as the shock absorber, but one thing I realised is we do need to use some of the original parts of the shock absorber. So if you look at the diagram, wherever it says OEM rubber, it basically means we need to use the original OEM rubber on our new shock absorber. So this piece here as well, and this little cap, we need to take all those off the original shock absorber. So this piece, that piece, and that piece, I think, they need to get transferred over to the new shock. Once that's done, we can actually get that installed. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on with it now. I'll get all those parts transferred over, and then we can get this shock installed. The wheels on, and we've still got a massive gap inside the arch, so the adjustments that we did make, they were not right. So what we need to do is take this wheel back off and make some more adjustments to the suspension and that shock as well. So I'll do that now. I'll take this wheel off, and I'll see what we can do to make it actually go even further down. So I'll probably watch a couple of YouTube videos on it, and then once I've figured it out, we'll give it a go. So I thought I'd show you guys how I'm going to make the adjustments while the spring and the shock is on the car. It's really quite straightforward. So for the suspension, this is where you make the adjustment. So you've got like a top cap and a lower cap as well. What I've done is this cap at the top, I've taken it all the way up. The cap at the bottom, I need to bring that all the way up as well, so there's no gap in between each of them. And by adjusting the lower one, that will basically lower the car on the suspension side. So yeah, it's going to be quite hard to do because there is quite a bit of tension on that lower cap. So yeah, for the shock, it's really simple as well. All you got to do is loosen up the cap. Once you've done that, this part of the shock, you just got to twist it clockwise to basically lower it. Once you got it to its lowest point, you just tighten that cap back into place, and that basically kind of holds the shock where you need it to be. So yeah guys, so now it's time to make the adjustments. Once we've done that, we'll get the alloy wheel back on, and we'll see if the height has improved. So long story short, the coilovers, I am quite badly struggling to adjust them while they're on the car. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to take these coilovers back off the car. I'm going to spray them down with some copper grease. I'm going to adjust them as well. I'm going to get them to the lowest setting, then I'll put them back in. Right now guys, while I've got them on the car, I'm trying to make the adjustments, but they're just not budging. They're quite there's quite a bit of tension with that spring is, and every time I turn the lower part of the cap, the top one wants to spin as well. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take them all off again, do the adjustments while I've got them off, and spray it down and reinstall it. We fitted up both the passenger and the driver side rear coilovers, as well as the spacers and obviously the alloy wheels as well. So this side's done, so is the other side. So I've got a couple of issues right now guys. One of them is the fact that we need to lower it more, but we can't because we are at the lowest setting at the moment. But I really wanted to fill this gap. I didn't want this gap to be here. I wanted that to be lowered by at least about an inch or an inch and a half. But I mean, in terms of how far the alloy wheel sticks out, I think it's pretty decent, to be honest. I don't really want it sticking out any more than that. It's pretty much flush with where the arch is. So yeah, I'm happy with how far it sticks out. So yeah, so that's the main issue right now, is just the fact that we want the back to be lower than what it is right now. But I'm hoping that when we do put the coilovers in at the front of the car, and we've got them lowered as well, maybe the back ones will just naturally go down a bit. I mean, it is a fresh set of coilovers, guys, so I'm hoping just naturally the spring will compress and it will lose a bit of the height over time. I mean, I've read a couple of articles and I've been in some forums. A lot of people are saying that, you know, over a couple of weeks of having the coilovers installed, people have noticed the car kind of come down slightly in terms of height. So I'm hoping that will be the case and we can get the you know, the fitment that we need and we want. So yeah, anyways, what I'll do now is I'll fit the front coilovers in. Once we've done that, I'm gonna basically adjust them first, and I'm gonna fit them in. I'm gonna put them on the lowest setting. We'll fit them up, and we'll do obviously that side as well. Once we've got both sides fitted up, we can actually look at starting the car, you know, moving it forward and back, steering it left and right, see if we've got any issues with rubbing. It is the next day, and check it out, the car is on all fours. So we've got all the coilovers fitted, spacers and all the alloy wheels, and this car looks absolutely insane. The fitment at the front is really good, guys. I like the way that it doesn't have much of a gap between the arch itself and the top of the tyre, but on the back of the car you have got quite a big gap. So I'm hoping what we can do is change these tyres over for some more, you know, beefy tyres, and hopefully those tyres will actually fill out that arch much better. But in terms of fitment at the front, guys, I'm really happy with it. It's just the back of the car that I'm not too happy about. I mean, it's not like shockingly high, it's just that it could be a bit lower, but I think, you know, just getting some beef tyres would sort that problem out. So now, guys, it is time to do the test on the car, you know, drive it forward and back, steer it left and right to see if you're going to have any issues with rubbing. I doubt that we're going to have issues with rubbing in the back of the car because there's quite a big gap between the arch and the tyre itself. But the front, we might have issues when we do steer left and right. You know, I've got a feeling this lower part of the front bumper, you know, it might touch against the tyre when we start turning left and right. So yeah, it is quite wide tyre, so there's a good chance that might touch. So the only way to find out is to actually start the car and yeah, just you know, move the car around a bit and see what happens. So nothing is as easy as it seems, guys. So we've got a bit of an issue with rubbing. Lucky for us, we've got enough clearance in the back, so there's no rubbing there. It's just the front of the car we've got the issue. So just along this region here, you've got the washer bottle and you've got the pipes coming out of it. This tyre is actually hitting the pipes in the washer bottle when you cut the straight into the right. So we do need to deal with that. And we've got an issue on the other side as well with rubbing, but it's not as bad as the driver's side. So yeah, what I'm thinking is I won't deal with this in this video because this is going to take too much time, guys, and it's going to be a bit of a boring thing to watch. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure the hardware on the passenger side. So we've already done the hardware on the driver's side, so both of these panels are, you know, secured into place. But the passenger side, we were using Cleco clips to kind of hold them up. Obviously just as temporary. So yeah, what I've done is I've made a start already, guys. So I've made the first hole on the wing. I think it's a 10mm hole, and I've got a rubber washer just here that basically goes in the hole like so, and then the over fender goes on there. And once you screw into this rubber washer, it expands from the back, and when it expands from the back, guys, it basically grips onto the back of this panel, and that holds both of the panels together. So yeah, I've got quite a few holes to drill on that wing. Once we've done that, we'll get that wing on, and then same to the back side as well. Make the holes, get the washers in there, and get the wing on as well. Not the wing, sorry, the wide arch. We also need to seal off both of the rear arches where we made the cuts. So we do need to lynch down along the arch. The inside, get it nice and clean. and then seal it off, and the driver's side do the same thing down there as well. I mean, once we've done that, we are going to underbody seal this whole arch and the other arch as well, as we might just underbody seal all 4 arches just to be on the safe side. But for now guys, I'm going to focus on getting the panels on, so we'll start off on the front passenger and then work our way down to the back. So just got done finishing off on the passenger side wide arches, so they're all secured into place using the hardware. And guys, I did say we were going to seal off both of the rear arches, but we have got to change of plan. It is getting quite late and it is a Friday night, and I need to get this video out for Saturday, so I want to do as much as I can now so I can do all the editing tonight and the video will be out for Saturday. So instead of doing the sealing off of the rear arches, what we're going to do is we're going to put the lower panels on. So the lower bumper panels, just here guys, we're going to put these on. They sit along here, something like that. Once we've got these secured into place using the hardware, we're going to end the video there, and hopefully this video will be going out for Saturday. The only panel that we've got left is really the rear spoiler, but I think we'll do that on the next video. But the fitment on that should be quite straightforward, to be honest. So yeah guys, let's just crack on with it. Let's get these lower rear bumper panels on, and yeah, I guess we'll do like a little montage around the car and then we'll end the video there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that montage we made for you. This car is actually looking really good now, especially now we've got the lower panels fitted in the rear bumper. It makes the car look even lower than what it is. We have got the keyhole clips holding up these rear panels. I will be using the hardware later on, not now though, because it is quite late on a Friday night. If you have a look at the car, for me it just looks absolutely insane. Compared to how it looked before, this just looks 10 times better. It might not be to everyone's taste, but personally guys, I absolutely love it. I know some of you guys are still going to hate it, but this is one of those cars that I've been really wanted to do. And this is one of those kits that I really wanted to put on.
Yeah, well, we're halfway through. I mean, once that bonnet's on the M3 bonnet, it'll change the whole look of the front as well. So at the moment, it just looks a bit basic from the top.
Yeah, it does. Don't forget guys, literally every single panel on this car has been modified. The only panels that's not been modified is the doors themselves. But literally every other panel, it has got something added on to it or something taken away from it. That is going to be wrap for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you don't already, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Performance Rebuilds, and just like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah guys, I guess I'll see you guys on the next video, which will hopefully be myself and Z prepping the panels, you know, sealing off the rear arches and just doing the various bits and bobs, because I know the weather's good next week.
Also the colour as well.
Oh, the colour, yeah. What I'll do is, you know, this weekend when the video goes out, we'll do like an Instagram poll and see what people say, and also we'll show them the colours that we've got in mind, and they can basically choose which one we're going to go for. But I'm hoping you guys will choose the colour that I actually like. Myself and Z found a really good colour. I'm hoping you guys will pick the same colour when we do the poll on Instagram. Anyways, yeah guys, that is a wrap for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.